Here I'm filling up a planter for some seeds. This is a large 50cm tub. I think it's normally used for potatoes. So I'm just filling it up with some bark at the bottom to bulk it out, and then some compost on top. And I'm going to plant some peas, so I'm going to put some canes in to support them for when they grow. So I've got some cabbage, I've got broccoli, and I've got some peas. And I've also got some marigold seeds as well, as like companion plants. So these are the peas. I'm going to put 3 at the base of each cane, and then I'm going to thin out and pick the strongest seedling. I think these ones are the broccoli seeds. Just scattered a few around. The cabbage I think I put in the middle. And then the marigold seeds, they look quite interesting, so I just scattered those around and poked them in. Give it a quick water. So that's what it looks like. Those little balls are like fertilizer. Quick tour of the garden. This is my strawberry plants. Got 2 of them in there in the pot. There's one little strawberry on there, but it's taking a while to ripen because we haven't had much sun lately. So these are my tomatoes. There's a few in there. These are a plum tomato. So here's my runner beans on the canes, doing really well, lots of flowers. There's some little gem lettuce, and I've got some white alyssum. There, those white flowers. I've got, this is wood sorrel that was growing in the soil. I didn't plant it. Also got carrots. You can see some dead nettles there as well. This is a cucumber. Seems to be doing okay. And I put some wildflowers on those beds there. So let's make a quick meal for dinner. Just going to do something simple. I've got some whole wheat pasta. And once that comes up to the boil, we can put it in. Give it a quick stir. Once it comes up to the boil, then reduce the heat. Once that's done, I'm going to drain it. Save a bit of the pasta water. This will help the sauce to stay nice and firm and together and not separate into the water. So I've got some passata here, a jar of passata. Just not going to measure it, just put in as much as I think I need. I've got some cayenne pepper for a bit of spice. Got garlic granules, about half a teaspoon, and onion granules, about half a teaspoon as well, maybe 1 teaspoon. Some oregano just for some extra flavour, like the classic Italian flavouring. Mix it together. Now you could have it just like that on its own, that'd be fine. But I've got some sardines in a tin here. So I can add a bit of the oil just because it's healthy, it's olive oil. And I'm going to add in, not all of the oil, but then I'm going to add in all of the sardines as well. And they're fully cooked, so just need to give it a quick stir around, not too much. I don't want to break them up completely, but I don't want big chunks. So there we go, that is a very quick and healthy pasta. For the protein and calcium from the sardine bones. Very nice. It's the next day now, and this little gem lettuce is getting a bit tall and leggy, So I'm going to harvest this now. Just use a knife to cut it through. Going to separate the leaves and give it a rinse to get rid of any bugs, any bits of dirt, and so on. Going to make a Caesar salad, so here's the Caesar dressing. Mix it together. Unfortunately, this is just from a store-bought jar. So in the future, I'd like to make all this myself, but that's for a longer term goal. So added some chicken, some croutons, and some shavings of parmesan. A very, very quick, tasty, and very satisfying meal using my own homegrown lettuce. Very nice. So here's me watering those beds. Those are the wildflowers. There's the cucumber. There's some nasturtiums there in that little flower bed. The peas are quite thirsty. They need a lot of watering. The flowers look lovely. Looking forward to that harvest for the runner beans. There's the tomatoes again, starting to grow quite a lot, getting quite big. These are just in grow bags, but next year I'm going to do them in the ground properly. This was just like a test really to see what they'd be like. But they seem to be doing okay. And yes, I think it's a few days later actually, and my tub of seeds is starting to sprout. I think those are the marigolds, maybe, not sure. And I think there might be a cabbage in there as well, the seedling. This is one of the runners from my strawberry plant, so I just buried it in the soil in the pot next to it. So we'll see how that goes. This is my lavender. It's doing alright, looks really nice, bees love it. So I've taken out a bit of the grass here and I put some bark down because I eventually want to get rid of all the grass, and I got these little planters, these raised beds, so that's untreated wood, so it's not going to leach any chemicals into the soil. And my goal is I've got 4 of them. I've got 2 small ones and 2 big ones. So I've made one already. This is the other one. This is the longer one. So I'm going to put it together now. There's no tools involved. They just slot together those metal brackets. That cardboard will be quite useful for lining the bottom, just help to prevent the grass from growing. So there's just these little hoops, look a bit like hinges in the metal brackets, so you just line them up and then use a pin to put them together. So those are the 2 beds, both made. Now I need to get some compost. I've got some lettuce seedlings inside that are in some propagators, so I want to get those out into one of these as soon as I can. So it's been a day or 2 and I've managed to get some compost into the small bed. So there's my lettuce seedlings. These are just like loose leaf lettuce, and I think there's 7 in there. And then the other plants are some marigolds that I got from the garden centre. So that was a nice fun bit of gardening and some cooking. If you'd like to see more, then please subscribe and I'll make more of these videos.